Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Watch out, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, 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 car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Third down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? You know when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie that stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
They'll come out in the pistol. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return.
Slam, slam, slam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll return it from the 6. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. About 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
2nd and 11. It's caught by Coleman. That one covers 29 yards. First down from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2nd and 14. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
55, mark, 55.
Back to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Here we go. Here we go. 90 Wolf.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, D, get up. Hey, Alpha.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
D, Griffin.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Allen for a Denver touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Run left. Bang out.
Check 50.
From the 17, Wilson. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down.
Green 80. Check.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Run left.
Check 55, Mike. Right here. Slam.
Healer.
Now Wilson on first down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Touch, flying 90.
Check 55.
Friday.
Let's go. Check 37.
Gun.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Cut, 280.
Watch the run.
Go 14.
Hey, turn it up.
Do it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Let's left.
57 to Mike. All day, baby, all day.
Good touch.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Room to run past midfield. end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
12.
They start the drive with Cook. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. That'll be complete to Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's able to find Diggs. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
It's a gain of 20.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They come out here in the eye. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game. They're just... used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down now, it's Lindsey, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
You draw forward.
A gain of 2.
Hey,
Brings
echo.
up 2nd and 8 at the Vikings 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
27 yards. That's another Broncos first and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And this is complete. It's Allen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run it with Coleman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He's coming to use motion. Hey. Say. 12. Switch.
Again, it's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And an alley to run. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Out of bounds down at the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, 0-0-0. 53.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 3. Check 3. 49. Check 4. Hey, alert. 14.
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Check.
On third down, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Minnesota.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Under team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Michael Kendricks makes the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Go down.
42-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Alert. Go.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the ship. Deeper. Watch the ship. 14.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And this one's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6.
Now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Switch. Hey, zero. Sorry.
From the shotgun, Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Lindsey. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
On the set.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cook running right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trevor Williams with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.